Hey everyone, it's Deacon082. Welcome back to Pokemon Red Badgeless. Here we are in Vermilion City. We have a trainer fly active that we set up a long time ago, but we're going to start off today by catching some more Pokemon, just continuing from where we left off last time. Starting off in Diglett's cave, we find a Diglett. Who would have known? Level 19, pretty good one to capture. Better than a level 6 showing up and having to level it all the way up with rare candies. Not going to bother finding a Dugtrio because you can evolve the Diglett faster than you can find a Dugtrio probably, so it's not worth it. Okay, really easily getting out of there. And now on to Route 11, where there is one Pokemon that appears only here, and it's fairly common. And that Pokemon is Drowsy. Not too hard to find, so I suppose we'll catch it here and throw a Master Ball at that. And there is Drowsy. We can evolve that into Hypno later on. And there is yet another Pokemon here. Okay, there's Drowsy. I was debating going through this route and getting to, yeah, I think I will actually. Oh, trainer. Forgot that guy was there, but these guys don't really matter at this point, so we'll just fight them. Okay, that guy goes down. Let's see if I can avoid the rest of them. Yeah, there we go. Now, Snorlax is gone, so we don't have to worry about that, and we can bike up to Lavender Town. There are a few Pokemon up by Lavender that are important. First, we have to dodge all these trainers. And it's been a while, but there is one that you have to fight, and it's this guy. So I'll cut this battle out. He has 2 Goldines, I believe, or 3 Goldines. 2 Goldines and a Poliwag, close enough. And now we're going up towards Lavender Town. Yeah. Pretty similar. We're just exploring all the areas in the game because we skipped over so many of these areas. We can go into Pokemon Tower, but we can't really do anything. So we're actually going to go into Rock Tunnel without Flesh. And all we're going to do here is try to find 2 Pokemon that appear in here that you can't catch anywhere else. The first one is Onix. I think it's only like a 5 or 10% encounter, so we were pretty lucky to get one first try here. It'll go in the Master Ball, even though it's, I think, 26 feet long. Something like that. I think it's 26 feet. It was the tallest Pokemon for a while. 28 feet, dang. That's big. And then the other Pokemon in Rock Tunnel is... where is it? Is it going to appear? Luckily the cave encounters aren't too high, but right now we're kind of hoping for encounters. There we go, Machop. So that was pretty good. We found the 2 Pokemon on the first 2 tries. And we can catch this, evolve it into a Machoke later, but we still can't get that Machamp. My plan is, once we get all these Pokemon, I'll be able to work with one of them for a special stat to get to 132, and then be able to get Machamp. So, that's all for Rock Tunnel, and that's all I can think of for what we need to do. I'm thinking which way's easier. No, I haven't been on this route at all, so we'll have to fight at least one trainer. So I'll just go back this way, because we're going to make it back to Vermilion City next. Which is why I didn't want to go out of the way to Lavender Town, but we would have to go to Lavender eventually. So I just figured get it out of the way. Yeah, okay. I have to make sure I dodge all these guys, because I'm not very familiar with that route. It's not one I really go on. Okay, I'll just get back to Vermilion. I'm thinking about repelling, but I can just edit out encounters. And this is the only part of the game where not having Fly and not being able to teleport around really puts you at a disadvantage, but I'm going to show you what my party looks like right now because I did some changes off screen. We have 4 4 new Pokemon in here. The first one is Spearow. And all of these Pokemon have some sort of correlation to them, and that is actually the wrong house. Which house is this girl in again? This one, okay. And now we're going to do an in-game trade of Spearow for Farfetch'd. The only easy way to get Farfetch'd, I believe... I honestly don't know if any trainers give it through Trainer Fly directly, so you would probably have to use Ditto, but it's really easy to get a Spearow, and you'll probably be in Vermilion a lot, so yeah, just do the trade. This takes a while. Today, if you notice the correlation between those Pokemon, all 4 of them are Pokemon involved in in-game trades, so the theme of today's episode is going to be in-game trades. I can't tell if the video actually hung there for a bit, but it definitely did on my screen. I don't know if that will show up. I'm sorry about that if that happens. Alright, the next Pokemon for an in-game trade, we're going to go up to Cerulean again. So a lot of just going everywhere in the region today. And in Cerulean, once we get there, I'm gonna take the underground path and I guess just cut to Cerulean. Okay, in Cerulean City we have an in-game trade, I believe, in this house. And that trade, yes, is with this guy, Poliwhirl for Jinx. So first we have to get a Poliwhirl, which will take some leveling on this Poliwag. And at level 25, Poliwag is going to learn Double Slap and then evolve into Poliwhirl. As you can see, I'm kind of starting doing the evolutions, but they take a while, especially when you have stuff like Dratini. You have to level up from 7 to 55 for an evolution. So I will be doing most of those. They'll all be on screen, but I will do some sort of speed up to make it at least interesting to watch. I wish you could speed up these trades though, because they take a while. I mean, I understand technology wasn't so great back then, but Poliwhirl goes over to the trainer, and in return, we get Lola to go with Duts, the Farfetch'd. Duts makes sense because Farfetch'd is a duck, and I guess Lola makes sense because Jinx is purple. I'm not saying the term you thought I might say. Well, the color you thought I might say, even though you can clearly see that color on the screen. Keep in mind, this is Game Boy sprites, so there is not actually color there, so use your imagination, folks. Yeah, what next? That is the second trade. For the third trade, I'll bring that up in a few minutes, but we have to find a way to get back to, Fuchsia, and I activated a Trainer Fly a long time ago, and I did that because I figured let's make something out of this trip. Let's Trainer Fly for a Pokemon that is really hard to get, and of all the Pokemon that you could get around this area, I found one that we have not done that could be done right now, and we're going to take care of that. It is this trainer right here. This guy has a Butterfree as his only Pokemon, and I believe he's the only trainer that gives the specific Pokemon that he gives. Of course, a level 20 Butterfree. There aren't very many of those around, so this will give a certain Pokemon, which I don't want to spoil the next 30 seconds, even though I don't know exactly what that would do. So now we're going to teleport, and through all of that, we never healed. You can use PCs, but you can't heal. So, all the way back in Fuchsia City. And now that we're in Fuchsia City, we can go over and get our Pokemon for the Trainer Fly we set up probably about an hour and a half ago for real time, because I had some bad luck catching some stuff, and I take breaks between episodes to route the next one. I've recorded so many episodes in a row right now. I just want to get this series finished so I can, like, keep my productivity going, because, like I mentioned in my update, if I take breaks, then it's not going to get done, which is the problem I had. So this is Chansey. Good luck finding one of those in the Safari Zone. You could get it on the coastline, but the encounters are so low, and its encounter rate is so low that, yeah, Chansey is not going to be a fun one to try to get. So, after all of that, we're now done here. I'm going to set up another trainer fly, and wow, we are at 79 Pokemon. That is now over halfway to 151. I could look at our Pokedex, but I don't really care too much at the time. So, this trainer fly is same as the others, except this time we're going left because we're out of trainers on the right side. Technically, you could walk through Route 14 and go up to Route 13, but that's not really something I want to do. And now we're out of trainers over here. So, this guy, I'm going to get Abra killed in this battle because we're going to do another walk through walls in about 2 or 3 minutes of real time. So I'll get Abra killed in this battle and cut to the end of it. Okay, I also got a Venonat killed in that battle. And the next in-game trade, we have to do a little more rare candying up. This trade is a Slowpoke for a Lickitung. So we're going to have to get Slowpoke to level 37 to evolve. Lickitung can be got in a few other places, but this is the most practical because you're going to have to evolve a Slowpoke anyway. So you might as well just trade it afterwards. I will still have to evolve my other Poliwag and get a second Poliwhirl so I can get a Poliwrath because I traded away the first Poliwhirl. Look at Slowpoke's speed, 18 at level 37. And it's gonna get a little higher after this evolution, maybe to like 20. Yeah, Slowpoke is not very fast, as you can probably tell, because it's lugging that giant shell around and it's trying to eat it. It's gonna learn Withdraw. I'm getting rid of the Shelter in about 30 seconds. I mean, this Slowbro, so I don't care too much. We're going up to the top floor here and going to trade with this guy for a Lickitung. And yeah, the third time you've seen this trade animation, so I guess I'll cut it out this time. And here we go, we get Lickitung from that trainer. Lickitung looks pretty cool in this game. The tongue is a really nice color compared to the shading of the rest of its body. So there's our Lickitung. I forget the nickname. Is this Mark? Yeah. I'm getting it confused with Marcel the Mr. Mime, which we don't actually have to do in this run because we caught a Mr. Mime way back. You probably don't remember, but I said I didn't want to trade my Abra, so yeah. Now we are going to queue up another walk through walls. So I'm going to start by depositing all the Pokemon we just traded for. They got their moment to shine. None of them actually evolve, which is nice. So, Dux, Lola, and Mark. We're going to keep Venonat because we're doing something with him pretty soon.